Hi guys, it's McKenna, and today I am going to be recommending books to the Try Guys. So Sasha Alsberg over at A-Book Utopia posted a video in which she recommended books to YouTubers, and I really liked the idea, so I decided to do it, but with the Try Guys. If you don't know, I would be very surprised if you didn't, but the Try Guys are four best friends that try new things together. They started out working at BuzzFeed, and just this year created their own company with their own YouTube channel, which I'll link down below so you can go and watch their videos. But I pieced together some information about them from their videos and used that information to recommend them some books. So without further ado, let's get into it. First is Keith Habersberger. Now for Keith, he seems like the funny guy. In some videos he talked about being like the nerdy guy as well. So based on these two pieces of information, I decided to recommend to him Be More Chill by Ned Vizzini.
Be More Chill!
Be More Chill is like a contemporary kind of science fiction that follows a nerdy boy that wants to become more popular, so he buys this $400 computer in the form of a pill, and it controls his brain into doing what is cool, and has to pay another $400 for the newest model every time a new one comes out. I much prefer the like musical adaptation of Be More Chill, what I've heard of it, but I did read the book. I did quite enjoy the book, and it has some funny aspects besides that whole nerdy guy angle that I think Keith would really enjoy. So Keith, I recommend to you Be More Chill by Ned Vizzini. Next we have Ned Fulmer. His defining trait is his wife. Let's be real here. So basically for Ned, I chose a book, but it's more for the second and third books because there's marriage in this series. I might be spoiling it for anyone who hasn't read it, but I'd be surprised if people haven't read it yet. And the other thing is that he has talked about like him and his wife reading 50 Shades of Grey. So like erotica, not that far off for him. So for Ned, I am recommending A Court of Thorns and Roses, the series by Sarah J. Maas. Like I said, more for the second and third book, but obviously you have to start somewhere. If you don't know, A Court of Thorns and Roses is a fairy retelling of Beauty and the Beast in which this huntress named Feyre gets captured by a fae after she kills one of his kind. She is taken to where he lives, the Spring Court, and she basically is just there and has to fall in love with him to break a curse. Or he has to be fallen in love with to break a curse. So, and the other defining trait for me to recommend this book to Ned Fulmer is his favorite color is red because it rhymes with Ned, and this book is red. Next up we have Zach Kornfeld. The defining trait that I chose a book to recommend to him is from their roasting each other's social media video, in which Keith told him his Instagram looks like that of a teenage girl, and he said, that's all I really want to be. So Zach, right now, most of the teenage girls nowadays are swooning over Peter Kavinsky from To All the Boys I've Loved Before, now a Netflix original film. So I recommend this book to you for your endeavors to become a teenage girl. I didn't mean it that weird. If you don't know what To All the Boys I've Loved Before is about, it's about this girl who wrote love letters to all the guys that she's been in love with before, and she just keeps them in a hat box, doesn't ship them out. And one day they just mysteriously all get shipped out, and to avoid awkwardness with her and her sister's ex-boyfriend, she starts dating one of the guys. Fake dating. So Zach, in your endeavors to become more like a teenage girl on Instagram or in real life, I recommend to you To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. And finally is Eugene Liang. I had some trouble picking one for Eugene, so the closest one I found is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. This is one of my personal favorites, but I thought his love of alcohol would be shown in Monty, And the LGBT themes align with Eugene's own. Didn't know this book is about a bisexual guy in the 1700s as he is going on a tour of Europe with his sister and his best friend whom he's in love with. On the way, a lot of stuff goes down and it's a big adventure. And so it's great. There's a male-male romance in it, there's some girl power, it's everything I would love in a story, but I also think Eugene would like it for, especially Monty's character. I think he would relate to Monty's character on a certain level, and like I said, the LGBT themes, I'm not trying to like say that's the only thing to him, but like, I'm sure that there's a connection there. Eugene, I recommend to you The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. So that was me recommending books to the Try Guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you would recommend a different book to each of the Try Guys, or if you think that my recommendations quite align with what they are about, I'd love to hear your opinion on it. Also make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you sometime for a new one. Bye! Ever wonder what's like, there's a sword right here.